It's your favorite podcast. It's Vanguard from Yaad. The Reckoning with Reasoning. With your host, Legendary G.
On this episode of Vanguard from Yaad, we are still in the month of February as we continue to celebrate Black History Month and Reggae Month, with several tributes spearheaded by the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sports, along with several media houses and promoters of events across the island, just to commemorate the importance of our culture, our icons, by means of celebration. As you know, our ancestors, our heroes, and advocates made important sacrifices so we can live a better life in the present moment. Jamaica is one of the most highlighted places in the entire world based on its geographical location and atmosphere. It's a hub for doing business, a place to vacay, and also to raise your family. The Jamaica culture is also diverse. Out of many, one. And being one of the most visited islands in the Caribbean says a lot about our rich heritage and culture. Some of my favorite heroes and black leaders are Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Bob Marley, Dennis Brown, all reggae legends, Miss Louise Bennett, my grandmother, Mrs. Daisy Barrett, my mother, Genevieve Barrett Moncrief, and last but not least, the financial guru, Sir Michael Lee Chin. Yes, Michael Lee Chin, businessman, philanthropist, born in Port Antonio, Portland, one of Jamaica's most successful businessmen, whom I admire. I admire his character and also his philosophies on wealth creation, along with his views on what is a fulfilled life. But normally during Black History Month and Reggae Month, the importance of wealth creation is not the highlight. And I think it's time we educate ourselves about this essential aspect of life if we want to preserve the Jamaican culture with pride and patriotism. We have to be a part of the ecosystem. So I mentioned Michael Lee Chin as a businessman and someone I personally admired for what he has done for himself and his philanthropy by giving back to society in a meaningful way. One of my favorite quotes from him goes like this: "Some of us failed to consider what is a fulfilled life, and over time I come to realize that living a fulfilled life has three component parts. Number one, doing well. Number two, doing good for society. And number three, living a life of passion." I'm not only drawn to Mike because he's wealthy, but his philosophies, his generosity and genuinity is felt whenever he speaks on wealth or wealth creation and what it means to have access to a better standard of living. That resonates with me on so much level because I realize that being wealthy is not just having money, but rather assets and values while giving back to society in a meaningful way. Having passion and purpose, which essentially comes with hard work, discipline, commitment, and patience. So let's talk about investing in Jamaica. And what does that mean? For instance, all of us are consumers. We buy a lot of goods and utilize a lot of services. Like we pay for electricity, water, we buy food, clothing, and etc. All the essentials. We may drive a private owned vehicle or take public transport, and even a few online subscriptions to some of our favorite platforms like Netflix. We go to the pharmacy to get our prescription filled. We may be looking to do some renovation at home or buy a house. A visit to some attractions like Dolphin Cove. So we are consumers. But what if you could buy shares in companies on the Jamaica Stock Exchange that you are a consumer of their product or services? Could you actually own a piece of that company? Well, yes. Could you make profit from it? Yes. And those are all great questions you should ask yourself and also your financial advisor. Owning a piece of company is more lucrative and profitable than you may think. Now, I'm no financial advisor or in any position to give any financial advice. Information shared on this platform is strictly for conversation and educational purposes only. Yes, so I've been around long enough. And I always wonder why we have such rich history, but yet still so poor. We are a nation of great people, but fall short when it comes down to financial freedom. Could it be a result of our habits and lifestyle that we chose, along with lack of financial education and access? Well, it could be. So today I will share a little bit about investing in Jamaica and why it is important to do so. You may have heard talks of inflation. What does that mean? Well, inflation in a nutshell means prices of goods and services will go up. Stuff that cost $3 last month may cost $4 or $5 next month. Jamaica imports a lot of our fuel, goods and some services. And whenever there's disruption in the economies in which we trade and do business with, it ultimately affects those goods and services we utilize. How do I stay ahead of this? Well, Jamaica not only have nice beaches, people, businesses, and culture, we also have a vibrant stock market, highlighted by the IMF as one of the best performing stock market worldwide back in 2019. So how do I get started? So first you need a bank account with a financial institution or a stockbroker. And I will give you a list of stockbrokers here in Jamaica. Barita Investment Limited, GK Capital Management Limited, Ideal Securities Broker Limited, JMMB Securities Limited, JN Fund Managers Limited, Mayberry Investments Limited, NCB Capital Markets Limited, Proven Wealth Limited, Sagicor Investments Jamaica Limited, Scotia Investments Jamaica Limited, Stocks and Securities Limited, Victoria Mutual, Money Management Limited, and so much more. Visit a branch or call today on how you can get started by investing in stocks. Then you will be guided by a financial advisor at the brokerage on how to get started. Investing is not just for the rich. Investment is not just for a certain class. Investment is for everyone. You can start with as little as $100. Okay, there are other requirements, but like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, nor in any position to give any financial advice. So I gave you a list of brokerage home that will give you access to the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Just speak to a broker at any one of these institutions. I know some of you may have a bank account with one or two institutes, so speak to a financial advisor on how you can get authorized. Okay? I'm sharing this info because it is important that we curb the habit of scamming and the red eyeing and constant envy of our brothers and sisters who we think are doing well, and the grass is much greener over that side. With just some effort and money aside, you can live the lifestyle that you chose. Go about your everyday life while your money works for you. You will definitely have a better concept of your country and the business sector, because now you will have better understanding of your choices and what you can do to impact your life and your community. It's time now we revolutionize our thinking as Jamaicans and start working together so we can enjoy our home, Jamaica, and celebrate our history and culture with some level of pride and dignity. Certain things aren't for the rich only, and I know sometimes our insecurities prevent us from capitalizing on opportunities to better oneself. But we have to start moving in a direction of self-education while not relying so much on the governing system. There's too much frustration amongst my people. I'm doing my bit in helping you by pointing you in the right direction. This is no get-rich-quick scheme, but it's legitimate business and something that you can do and incorporate in your life to help yourself and your family. So call your stockbroker today and get to your financial advisor and tell them you are interested in investing in a Jamaica Stock Exchange. They do have a lot of people that can help you, and they are called financial advisors. Plus, I'll be doing an episode each month from now on investing, just to educate myself and family and also the Vanguard community. Make we do the right thing. We not have to pre the next man. Work for your money, then let your money work for you. There's no get-rich scheme, and scamming is not the answer. So make we have some pride as Jamaicans, so we can liberate ourselves and feel like we're making our ancestors proud. Money won't solve all of our problems, but it will definitely give us access to a better standard of living. Thank you. Please remember to subscribe and leave a comment on what you think about this episode. See you next week.